Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be cash stuffing. Now I haven't got the exact amount yet because I need to unstuff one of my envelopes, but it is going to be over £550 today. A lovely amount, and I'll let you know where it's come from and where it's going throughout the video. But we are going to be starting with the savings challenge first of all, just so that I'm not having to stuff an envelope twice during the video. It's just easier to do it this way because there will be some amounts coming from my November budget that I'm going to be putting in, and hopefully maybe something from the savings challenge as well. So I have got today for the savings challenge £39.72, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 in £5. I don't use actual cash because I can't get to the bank very often and it would just drive me mad to take it out and then put it back in. So we're just using prop cash, but I promise you I actually have that money. And then we've got the £4.72 because I do this in £5 denominations. We've got this extra bit here, and that always goes into savings straight away. That just means I'm getting something into savings, even if it is only £4.72. That's not the smallest amount I've ever put in. Everything is something, so it adds up, it really does. So we're going to just roll the dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then yeah, we'll put the money in. So let's go to savings, rewards. I don't think we got anything for rewards last time. Maybe we did. I don't feel like we did. Laptop for my son. This happens every time. 4 for Christmas. You couldn't make it up. Ooh, another 4 for Christmas. Just knocked the camera. 3 for hubby. Is Det going to get anything? No, Det's not getting anything. Another 5 for the laptop. So, sorry Det, you're not getting anything extra. Obviously, I pay usually between £400 and £500 off my debt every month, just from minimum payments, and that obviously is on top of interest that I pay as well. So, you know, it's coming down every month. It's just would have been nice to put a bit of extra in, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to cheat. Okay, savings has got £9.72. So let's see how much we will have. We'll pop that in the bank when I finish recording today. So we've currently got £321.68 in the bank. So let's add up what that new amount will be. So 321.68 plus £9.72. So we'll have £331.40. So let's cross this out, and running out of paper on here. So £331.40. Lovely. Well, it would have been nice to have had more, but you know what? That's good enough for me for now. So let's pop that in, so I know I'm putting £9.72 across. Perfect. Okay, roll my sleeve up. I'm in the warmest room of the house. I mean, not that any room is particularly massively warm. We've only put heating on in one room. We've put it on in my son's room. We have storage heaters, which are just a nightmare. They take like a whole day to heat up, so it's not like we can put it on, turn it off. We're just trying to wait till November, but my son's room was really cold. And actually, the heater in his room is actually kind of heating up the whole of the top floor. My room's not too warm, but we have got an electric plug-in heater, so I'm kind of whacking it on for an hour before bed just to take the chill off. But the heater in my son's room is heating the landing, it's heating the bathroom, it's doing quite a good job. So, you know, it's warm in here, so I don't need my jumper all the way down. It keeps rolling down. You didn't need to know any of that. I'm wittering on. All right, hubby. Now then, we've got 5 from the saving challenge, but we've also got £10 from the November budget going in. So we are aiming to get to 260, and then I can start paying a little bit more towards the food shop each week, and then we'll build up to the next 260. So we had in here 180, 190, 210, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, £250 in there now. So we just need 10 more pounds. So next month we will definitely have hit the 260 goal. And then from January I will asking my husband for £55 a week instead of 60 a week for food. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there, but I'm not going to tell him that. He doesn't know that I'm doing that. And I know it doesn't sound very much, but I think to my husband, having an extra £20 to £25 a month he's going to be happy with that, especially this time of year. So that is hubby done. Chuffed with that. Next we've got Christmas. Okay, so we've got 510. We also have £25, 10, 20, £25 from the November budget. We also have, now I think I'm going to do this on a piece of paper because I don't think we've got quite enough prop money to cover it otherwise. So we've also got £99 and 56 pence going in from money I didn't use for my son's birthday. We had quite a bit of money left over, so I thought we'd just put that into Christmas. And I know, crazy, we're going to be unstuffing my occasions envelope because there's no more occasions this year other than Christmas, and we just barely use this, so I'm going to retire this envelope for next year. We just didn't need it, which is a good sign. So let's see how much we have got in here. 159.78 in here. This is insane. So let's add all this up and then see where we're at in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Right, 159.78 plus 99.56 plus 10, 20, 25, 30, 35 equals £294.34. And then we have in here already plus £3.85 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170 and 176.98, 176.98, and the grand total is, drum roll please, £645.17. I'm so happy, 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 happy. Oh, and I've forgotten, of course, to bring up the pen. But how many would that have been? 645.17 divided by 35. So 18.5 snowmen. So we've got 5 per row. So 5, 10, 15, 18.5. Just 1.5 more snowmen and we have completed it. Let's times that by 35 again. 645, was it 645.17? Oh my gosh, we're aiming to get to 700. We'll easily do that next month. We've got £25 going in. So say it was 645, I think it was 645.18, but say 645.17. Plus 25 just from the December budget, that would take us to £670. And we've then got Patreon money going in. So I've got over £200. I think I've got £203 sitting in my Patreon at the moment. That was leaving for Christmas. I'm going to withdraw it next month at the start of the month. Money sort of trickles into it throughout the month. It doesn't all come in on the first like it used to. So I think it might get to around 208 by the 1st of December, which is when I'm going to withdraw it. I'll only need £30 of that. So I'll have £178 going into my year ahead fund. So happy. I think next year I want to try and get to 750. My ideal sum of money would be about £1,000 for Christmas because it covers gifts. We get a real tree every year. It covers the turkey dinner, covers Christmas snacks, it covers alcohol, soft drinks, advent calendar, postage, wrap and pay, covers a lot. And I buy a lot of gifts. So I think 1,000 would just be chef's kiss, the perfect amount. But 700 is a lovely sum of money. I'd like to be able to spend a little bit more on, say, my mum or grandparents, things like that. but it, it's fine. It just means I have to be a bit more like bargain hunty, but that's amazing. So £645 saved. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can tell. Right, okay, next we have laptop. So we've got 5, 10, and we've got £25 from the November budget as well. This is all mixed up, this money. So that should be 35, right? 10, 20, 25, 30, 35 going into my son's new laptop. I'm going to say new, he hasn't got a laptop. We want to get him a laptop in time for him going into year 7 when they'll start getting proper homework. So we now have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 65, £66 and 10 pence. Lovely. Ooh, I can't open it. Yes, I am very excited by that. Perfect. We're trying to get to 300 in there for that, and then 300 from my husband. Hopefully have a good sum of £600 too. That, I think that's a nice amount to play with to get him a decent laptop. Okay, rewards. We're gonna roll again for this. We've got 6 categories in rewards. 1 is massage, 2 is a switch for me, 3 is perfume, 4 is clothing, 5 is holiday, and 6 is social. So let's just see where this is going. Social, the one that needed it the least. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we have got another £10 going in from social. No, not 10, 20. 20 is going in from the November budget. So we've got £25 going into social. Most of this is going to be used up when I go to London, but that's fine. So we have got, this is not in the right order, but let's just do it. We've got 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, £135 in social. 110 of that is potentially going on my night out in London. I'm going to see a couple of friends mid-November, going for drinks and dinner, and obviously London is fairly expensive. I don't think I'll spend 110 because I've already paid for my train ticket. That's already come out of here, so this is purely for the fun part. I know it's expensive, but maybe I would spend it. I don't know, maybe more like 80, don't know, 135. So that will leave at least £25 left. And then no, did I say, wait a minute, 100, yes, 25. And then, yes, and then I'm putting another 20 in December. So that would leave £45 in there for a Christmas meal. I go to my friend's, she cooks for 6 of us every single December. It's like an amazing 7-course meal with pears, drinks with it. It's just like a top chef. It's just ridiculous. And so we put money in to get her a gift, and also I need money potentially for a taxi. I usually get a lift, but I don't want to presume, so I just want to have some money set aside for that. So that is going into social. Yeah, perfect. Right, and we still have some other envelopes I want to stuff. So we're going to start with pet. We're going to put another 5 into pet. This is just to get some rabbit bedding. A big bag of rabbit bedding is around between £40 and £50 depending on Amazon. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's more like 50. So we've got 5, 10, 15, £20 and 92 in there. She's still got, I'd say, over half a bag of bedding left, so we might get another 10 in there before we need to get a smaller bag, and then we'll try and build it up again to the 40. We'll see. Next we have home. Might just get them all out. I've got home next. Home is getting 5. I rolled, so I started last month this envelope and another envelope. If I roll even number, then they get £5 put into it. So £5 is going into home. So this is to buy, it's not for emergency things. This is for like wants. So if I want cushions, if I want a new rug, if I want curtains, if I want new bedding, like that is for that. So got another 5 in there, so we have got £10 in there because I only started it last month. But you know, it's something. Mukbang is getting 5 as well. I also rolled for that, and that is I have a mukbang channel. And normally I just cook food or just get snacks, but I want to save to get an odd takeaway now and again because they do really well on the channel. So £5, first £5 for mukbang. When it gets to around 25, then we'll get a takeaway for the channel. And Sinking Funds is getting £39.71. So 10, 20, 30. And then what did I say? 39.71. So we need another 4.70. Wait a minute. What am I doing? 39.71. So put another 5 in. So that's 35 and then £4.71. Let's just see if there's already paper in here, which I think there might be. Yeah, and then I don't have to write it out twice. So if I put 39.71 in plus 2040 6308, so we've got 102.79 in there. So let's just do some swapping out. So we've got 2040 50 60 70 80 90 100, and then we'll put the £2.79 on a new piece of paper. £2.79. Let's just count that again just to be sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 102.79. That's lovely. So this envelope is for things that need replacing or repairing. So at the moment, I'm trying to find a nice kettle and toaster set. I only want a 2-slice toaster. We have a 4-slice one at the moment, and I just don't use the other 2. I would still rather put 2 in, take 2 out and put, I don't know why, I can't, I don't know, I don't like it. That's not the reason we're changing over. It doesn't work properly. You have to pop it up yourself, otherwise it just burns. And the kettle it kind of cuts out before it's boiled, and then it will boil again. Sometimes it will boil itself again. Sometimes it just cuts out on a really low amount and you have to keep doing it. Obviously it's still giving me a cup of tea at the moment. But I would rather be able to buy the set before it completely dies a death. But I haven't found the right set. So the money's in there for it, but yeah. Right. Now we have the year ahead funds. This is the last bit of cash stuffing that we're doing today, and we have got £15.80, which was what was left over from October's budget that I didn't spend, plus £79.43. So we've got £95.23 going in. I also had a competition win for £50, but that's not arrived yet. That can take up to 2 weeks. So it'll probably arrive mid-November. So I'm not going to stuff that until I've received it in my bank account. But I'm so excited. So yeah, it's kosher. I've checked it. It's all good. So just got to wait for that to come in. So we will stuff that on the next cash stuffing video. So for now we've got 95.23. These are I've got something on my nose. These are my year ahead envelopes, and if memory serves me right, we had not quite completed March. I think that's right. Let's have a little look, see. So I wanted to save for March £137.50, and we have in here 20, 40, 60, £72.60. So let me write this down. So we had 95.23. So I've already forgotten what I said. So 137.50 minus, so it's 72.06. 10, 30, 50, 72.60. 72.60. So we needed £64.90. So, okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Actually, we don't need to do that. We'll just write on the back that it's fully funded. But we need to mark the 64.90 off the 95.23. So minus 95.23. So we've got £30.33 left. Let's just write fully funded. I'm not used to doing these yet. This is the second month I've done it, so I'm a bit like, what am I doing? Okay, fully funded. That's such a good feeling. So this money that I'm saving in these months is just the extra I would need on top of my basic wage. It was just in case I wasn't going to get as much overtime as I was used to. So I wanted to be able to save that extra amount on top of what my basic pay is to cover those months. Turns out I'm actually getting as much overtime as last year, so I needn't have worried. But that is January, February, March completed. Lovely. Right, and we've still got 30.33 going in to April. So let's see how much we need to save for April. So we needed £165 for April. This is £20 for Easter. It's my rabbit's birthday, so get her a present. Half term, we get 2 weeks in April for Easter. So I like to put 35 a week, so we can do one paid for thing a week-ish. My husband will also put 70 in, so technically we've got 140 for those months. And then it will have been a year since I had a haircut, so I think it's only right that I get my hair cut. So I've got that there as well. So let's put £30.33 in. So 20, 30, and we'll write the 33 pence here. Going into April. So that would be, we'll need another 134.67 to complete April. So that £50 will be going in, and we'll also have the Patreon money, which I think will be around 178. So plus 178 plus 50 equals, we'll have £93.33. So we'll easily finish April and have £93 for May. I think May's another big month though. We want 140, so we would have about 47 left to cover, and that will easily be covered in the January because I'll have another biggish amount. So that's very exciting. By the end of December, so start of January, we'll definitely have May finished, I think, and maybe June or most of June. So by the start of next year, we will have half the year covered in case of lack of overtime, which I don't think is going to be an issue. Very excited. It feels really good to be getting this far ahead. It really does. And I will be using the overtime money that I get paid in those months. That'll be halved, and half will go towards the year ahead funds, half, and then the other half will be halved again and will be for saving challenges and sinking funds. So my plan is, if I ever get to the point where I'm 12 months ahead, then I will put less in the year ahead and more towards savings challenges. I'd like to increase my savings challenge amount, but I want to be 12 months ahead, and I'd still be putting money in the year ahead, because I would like to get as far ahead as I can. But then, not as much once I'm 12 months ahead. But we'll see. It's very exciting. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I love the cash stuffing videos. It's all building up so nicely. And yeah, have a really, really lovely November. If you're in the UK, have a lovely bonfire night if you celebrate. And I will see you at the start of December. Better get Christmas shopping. Yeah, there's your little nudge, because it will be upon us before we know it. So, see you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.